Hey, I'm John Greaves III. I'm the founder of Garage Gym Life. You guys know that I love home gyms. I think a home gym is the best gym in town because you can custom tailor it to you. So like a married couple's been married for a long time, the longer you have your home gym, the more it looks like you. And today we're going to be checking out a home gym that is unique for two different reasons. Number one, it's a home gym where weightlifter Licia Mock practices her sport, but in a basement. And number two, it's in Georgia, and I didn't even know Georgia had basements. So we're going to be catching up with Licia, who is the owner of Asesina Designs. If you guys did not check out my interview with Licia about her company, it's popping up over my head. But before we dive into this tour of Licia's basement, let's check out the shirt of the day. The shirt of the day is the shirt that says "Do the work." And it is all about putting in the effort it takes to achieve your goals. Like all of our shirts, it is designed to be comfortable enough to wear during your toughest workout, while at the same time looking good enough for you to wear it out on the town. You can grab the shirt of the day by going to the links that are below this video. And as always, thank you for your support, because every time you buy merch, you are making it possible for us to do what we do. Now, let's go back to the interview. Okay, that was the shirt of the day. And as always, you guys can check out the shirt of the day and all of our other home gym merch by going to the link that is below this video. But let's jump right into this. Licia, you teased me a little bit with an overview of your basement when we were first setting up our first interview conversation. First things first, let's get out of the way. You are a weightlifter. You do the sport of weightlifting. The sport of weightlifting involves overhead work. The typical height for a basement is 7 feet. So I'm thinking about the diameter of the plate, and I don't know how tall you are, but how do you have enough room for all of that in a basement?
It helps that I'm very short. I am 5'3", so I don't go very far.
Okay.
However, my brother is 6 feet, and when he does weightlifting, it does get a little questionable, but it's just the perfect amount. I'll show you the gym here, and then you can see how much room that we have over our heads.
Okay, so you got a ton of space there. I know I had kind of seen that, and the ceilings look nice and high. And it's actually a perfect segue to talk about your rack, since that's the first thing that I see right there. What kind of rack is that? Obviously, it's a Rogue.
Yeah, so this is our Rogue squat rack that we have. And this is what we use for all of our powerlifting compound movements. So we use it for our bench and squat, overhead press, rows, everything like that. I don't remember what the product details are and what they're actually called.
What's the name of the rack? Do you remember what it is? It's I know Monster something.
Monster Lite.
It's the Monster Lite. Okay,
yeah,
okay. Not bad. Yeah. Okay, right. Did you guys have to do any modifications to it?
No modifications to it. It had to be assembled inside the gym because it was very heavy and difficult to get in here. And then placing it, we had to place it strategically at the back, closest to the wall so that it wouldn't move, and we had enough room in the front of the platform.
Did you bolt it down?
Really didn't want to bolt it down to mess up the platform, since the platform, this is just plywood in the center. So it's not bolted, and it does shake a little bit, which is sometimes sketchy, but it holds up pretty well. We haven't had any issues with it.
So then I have to ask you a question, because you mentioned that the equipment is all heavy. Obviously, they call it weights for a reason. Right. Do you guys have another door to your basement, or do you have to bring everything down the stairs?
So we don't have another door to the gym, but outside the door, there are 2 big doors that go into the basement from the backyard. Except the backyard is lower. So when we do bring the equipment in, we have to go down a few stairs and then go all the way down, cross the backyard, and then go into the basement. So taking anything in and out of the gym is a hassle if you can't go up the house stairs. Going through the backyard is always a workout of itself.
Yeah, that's rough, because I'm picturing, I'm sure that more than one of you carry that treadmill and things like that. And you would think that the power rack would be like the biggest thing, but you can break that down into pieces. That treadmill pretty much showed up the size it is. Does it fold?
It does fold, because we wouldn't have been able to fit it through the door. It did fold, that one. And this one we set up in here as well.
All right, flip your phone around for me and let's check out the treadmill. I want to see what brand it is.
So this is the True Performance 800.
So you're not the only one that trains there. It's you, your brother, your dad trains down there with you guys. So how many people have been using this treadmill over the years?
Probably all 5 of us. I have a sister, she sometimes uses it, and then my mom. then my dad, and then my brother and I. So it's a family treadmill. That's the one that everybody uses along with the bike.
Have you guys had to replace the motor or do anything to the belt, tighten the belt or anything like that?
No, we actually have not had any issues with the treadmill itself. That one has been pretty solid throughout. I will say we're not runners, we're not sprinters, so we don't use it.
So you pretty much walk on it, things like that.
More of a walk.
Okay, I got you.
Not training for any.
So let's look at the bike. What kind of bike is that?
Yeah, let's see. It has our bands on it right now. It's a Keiser, I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Okay. Is it magnetic? It's one of those magnetic resistance bikes?
I don't believe it's magnetic, but it is a resistance bike. It has some simple controls right here. This is the one that makes it higher resistance.
Okay.
So it has some good adjustments that you can make for seating and height and making it comfortable for you. So this is a good have too.
That looks nice and compact. I really like that. Did it come with that stand for like a book or tablet?
Yeah, this one came with it. And it is a really small bike too. So this one was easier to get in here, and then we just put a yoga mat or a pad underneath it. It's not a yoga mat, but
she's like, I don't want anybody thinking I do yoga. Okay.
Right.
Can't have that getting out there.
You have yoga mats, but
okay. All right. Let's check out those. Looks like the power blocks. And are those the dumbbells you have, except for the little neoprene ones that we just saw? Is those and then the power blocks?
These are the ones that we mainly use. These are the only ones that we have. So this is the one that I would say gets a little inconvenient because of the size of, them. They're very rectangular. So
yeah,
doing other certain movements is a bit challenging, but those are the ones that we have since they take up least amount of space.
So let me ask you this, because there's 5 of you who train down there and essentially one set of dumbbells. So when you guys train, do you just accommodate that in your programming so that basically no more than, let's say, 2 people at a time are using the dumbbells? Or is this like the longest rest period ever? Oh, wait, you're a weightlifter. You think it's normal to rest forever? Yes. You're like, all right, what are you talking about?
We do love resting, so it works out. Usually my brother and I have different training schedules. I'll do the morning and he'll do the evening. So we don't cross paths all the time, but if we miss a workout, and everyone ends up in the basement at the same time, it's very funny because they're like, oh, I'm working out. And they're like, oh, I'm working out too. Then my dad's like, I'm working out too. And we're like, okay, so we're all going to be in the
we might have a problem. Okay.
Yeah. And then at that, just rotating, like my brother will do his compound lifts and then I'll do my accessories and then we'll flop back and forth between that. So
how many sets of bars do you have? I can see one there.
These are the Lynx Olympic lifting bars. So mine is this black one right here, and that one is a 15 kg bar. And then my brother has the 20 kilogram bar.
And those are both Lynx, right?
Yeah, both Lynx. This is my favorite one. It has a really good spin to it. It's just very nice, snappy, fast bar.
Shout out to Lynx. I haven't been out there. I've only been there once, but I remember they were really cool people.
They're in Georgia?
Yeah. So I actually went out there specifically to check out their spot because you're the second person that's told me that they got products from them. And the other person was actually a weightlifter as well. So I'm actually not surprised that you like their product. And it was another female weightlifter. So let me ask you this, is the diameter of the bar the reason why you like it? Is it a little bit smaller than your brother's bar?
Yeah, it is smaller. So I wonder if you can tell on camera here. But
oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
It's a little bit smaller, so it's easier to, for snatches, I think it makes it easier to snatch up and flip your grip. Same with cleans as well.
And you hook grip, right?
I do hook grip, yes.
Yeah, so the bar has to be, I mean, you don't look like you've got abnormally long thumbs. So the bar has to be thin enough for you to be able to accommodate that. Now, when I know very little about the sport of weightlifting, but when you go to compete, do they use a women's bar and a men's bar? Or?
Yes, yeah. So we do have two different bars, which makes it really helpful, especially when you train. The whole time you're training, you're using one specific bar. It helps during the competition to have that same bar to perform with.
Is that bar is the Lynx bar IWF spec or USA weightlifting spec?
Yes, yeah. So they do use this bar competition. So it is
Okay.
usually be the same bar that they have on platform. I
Okay.
believe they Rogue or Lynx.
Yeah, so that's all cool stuff for people to know, and I'll put links to the bars so that people can check it out. And then I've also got a video from my tour of Lynx that's popping up over my head right now, so people can check that out. Like I said, it's a really cool place. Does a lot of stuff, especially if you are active duty or you're a police, fire, first responder, something like that. They do a lot of cool stuff for those communities as well. Have you had to do any maintenance on the bar? I know Lynx will actually take your bar apart for you if you need them to. They'll actually
know that.
Oh
No.
yeah, they'll do bar maintenance for you, so you don't have to do anything really. You just say, hey, just show back up and hand them your bar and say, hey, fix that,
Yeah.
And they do that. It's a service.
Yeah, we might have to do that. The only maintenance that we do is cleaning off the chalk. We use like a little scraper, a brush, a towel to clean off the chalk, or else in the basement when it gets humid, the chalk gets really gross on the bar.
So because of that, have you found the spin affected at all?
No, my bar still spins really well. I know my brother bar, his spins a little less than mine. But I haven't found, because of the humidity, that any of that has changed.
Gotcha.
It's just a little more glossy. A little more chalk is required.
All right, so you've brought up humidity a couple of times, and that's a big deal here in Georgia. So what have you guys done? Do you have a dehumidifier down there? What do you guys have to do in order to keep the humidity down? Because your equipment's you guys aren't the only ones going to sweat. Your equipment's going to sweat. Things are going to get slippery, and that's not good, especially for someone doing your sport.
We do have a dehumidifier in another room of the basement that kind of helps with this room. The AC unit is also down here, which is the noise that you're hearing. So we have that cools us down, and then we just leave the doors open most of the time. And that's all that we found that really helps out here. And then in the winter, it just gets freezing.
Okay, so how do you guys handle that as far as the heating the basement?
Just having the heater on. We haven't had
like the house heater, or do you have a heater for downstairs?
Yeah, no, just a house heater. If it gets really cold, then we'll do space heater. But once you warm up, it's okay down here.
All right, so you've got a multi-station behind you. Let's check that out.
Yes, this is a staple. This was like the one that kind of first started the gym that our dad brought, that he's had for a really long time, along with our Roman chair. Those are the gym staple, the veterans.
So what brand of multi-station is this?
Let's see, it looks like it's
a Hoist. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty solid brand. I've never heard anything bad about them. You can find them typically. The one thing I like them on is you can find them in sporting goods stores, so it's easy to get on it and try it out, see if you like it, as opposed to having to just purchase it online. Okay.
Yeah. Now this one's good. Now this one, when the gym gets crowded, the whole family's down here. Only one person can be on it at a time. So that's another one where we have to take turns when everyone decides to work out at the same time.
Okay, it's got a leg extension. It's got some sort of shoulder press. Is that a leg press over there? So that's a leg. So it's got a leg press, leg extension, a shoulder press. Let's see. And then if you turn around, face the machine, that's kind of like a pull. Am I right?
Yeah, so you can pull.
And then you've got the overhead, the pull down as well.
The overhead, and then we have our other accessories that we can add on to change any of them. And then we have another one right here if we want to connect some there.
Nice.
And do head pulls or workouts from there.
Okay. How long have you guys had that?
Oh gosh, this one is probably over 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And no problems with the cables or anything like that?
No problem, surprisingly. We like to keep them clean, but no problems that we've had to do any maintenance on.
All right, and let's look at that bench that you have right there.
Oh yeah, that's our older bench. This was the bench that we first started off with. That's a power block bench, very basic one. But the problem that we found with this one is that it's not stable. It's very shaky when you do bench press. So we got a Rogue bench.
Just a Rogue flat bench. Okay.
Yeah, one that we use. But this one is good for incline presses or using dumbbells to work with.
All right. And so show me what you got in that other room. I know you showed me the Roman chair.
Excuse the mess. This is
Hey,
kind of
that's
like
all right.
shoved aside. So we have our punching bag or boxing bag, and then our Roman chair. This is our
Okay.
chalk bucket that we built.
Okay. Nice.
In here, I'll show you our crash mats. So
Okay.
this is what we have when more than one person is using the platform. We bring out those crash mats and put them right here in this empty area. And then when we do our ollie lifting, when we drop the bar, we'll drop the bar on each side on a crash mat. And so that one is super helpful. Let's see what else we have. We have a bunch of yoga mats that we use.
I see that.
No yoga. And then another Lynx item, we have our
like you change plates and stuff.
Yeah, our change plates from there.
Okay.
And then these are our Rogue plates that I like. And before our Rogue plates, we had these colored plates that we got on Lexo when we first started building our gym. And then we upgraded to the Rogue plates. I don't even know what brand. They don't even have a brand on them. We just got them on. You Let Go or Facebook Marketplace, trying to find cheap equipment when you first start.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so the Rogue plates are very nice. And then let's see, we do have an old pull-up bar that we don't use. And our Bosu ball. It's our popular Bosu ball in the basement. And then our punching bag, which is always fun, different form of cardio that we use.
There's one piece of equipment that I know that you use. Okay. I know you use it because I've seen your TikTok video. Well, my wife has seen your TikTok videos, and I have seen your Instagram reels, and we've posted some stuff. And you have a habit of dancing in between sets. So that means that you got music of some kind. So do you guys have a sound system downstairs, or do you just pretty much just use music on your phone, or what do you guys use?
Oh yeah, we have a sound system. I'll show you.
You guys could see her eyes light up when I mentioned the music. So I knew there was music. She's like, oh yeah, that's everything. No, it's not. No, it's not.
You got me. That's the best part of working out in your own gym.
That's right.
So this is our TV, and it connects to these two speakers right up here.
Okay.
And those are, I cannot read the brand of those. This is my brother's favorite thing, is creating the sound system. So that's duty. But it gets very loud up here with those two speakers. So
didn't you say you like to train in the morning? How do your parents feel about you training first thing in the morning with all that music blaring? Or is that kind of like their wake up call? They get up and they're dancing too, right?
I just wake up the whole house. Everyone's dancing.
And what a special treat for everybody. Yeah. All right.
The morning I do use my AirPods just to spare them, or I'll keep the volume really low. But when we train in the evenings, it gets pretty loud.
I understand. All right. Well, Licia, I want everybody to be able to check out your clothing line. My wife is a huge fan. She's actually already purchased another set of, so she had the jeans, and I think she purchased a set of shorts as well. She said, because she really likes the way that everything fits. But I want everybody to be able to check out your clothing line that you have designed for athletic women. So let people know how they can check out your training and how they can check out your clothing line as well.
Yeah. So if you want to check out my training, I will post my reels and my TikToks. It's licia.mock, licia.mock. That's my personal Instagram where I post my ollie lifting. My brand is Asesina Designs. Asesina is ASESINA, and then Designs. And that's Asesina Designs on Instagram, and then asesinadesigns.com to check out our website. We're about to start production for new denim shorts and jeans, and that's really exciting. So if you want to follow along, check our Instagram out, and then our website as well.